just got done working out and I wanted to do a follow-up video and kind of track my progress on this project I'm doing with learning Thai right now. If you didn't know anything about me, I've been studying using comprehensible input for over about 750 hours already. I did initially look at a textbook and went through pretty much all of it called Asimil Thai. I'll put a link down below if you wanted to know what I went through. And right now, my progression level, I'm getting ready to start speaking and taking my Thai abilities to the next level. And I was inspired by a video that was sent to me from the user that used to go by Matt versus Japan. He has his YouTube channel still up. Sorry, I just got done working out in the garage, but he posted a video about sometimes you just don't know what you don't know in the language. So I had an idea after watching that video. I wanted to just quickly, again, briefly go through a beginner's Thai textbook to see as like kind of like a safety net. Am I missing anything from comprehensible input after over a year of doing this method and just watching native content and just trying to document my journey so you can kind of understand too. Can you learn a language that's, kind of considered a harder language? It's not Spanish or French. It's in a much higher tier in difficulty. You have different scripts, tones, grammar rules that are not very common in European languages. Can you actually learn a language just by watching? Sorry, it's freaking hot in South Florida right now. Can you actually just watch native content, watch videos that are slightly above your level, and learn the language that way compared to sitting down with a textbook and grammatically going through every pages, like all the pages? I mean, sorry, I can't speak right now. Again, I just got done working out. And how is it actually like compared to that? So I've already done the introduction and the first 3 chapters of the colloquial Thai book. It was also recommended by another Thai learner on the channel. They recommended this book. They said it was very detailed and contained pretty much everything you need to know to kind of get through the beginner stage of the language. The textbook inside, it does say that it will teach you right around like 1,200 words in context. And my initial thoughts, I'm gonna put a tracker, a link to my Google sheet, so you can see how long I'm actually spending, studying with this textbook. I'm still doing comprehensible input at least over about an hour and a half a day right now. It's one of my lowest times of language learnings during the summer due to all the real estate closings that happen during the summer. But airplane. So the first introduction in unit chapter 1 took me about an hour or so to get through. The second chapter, still getting kind of used to like reading a textbook. I literally read every single part of it. And the only thing I skipped over was the reading and writing section because we're still not doing that until probably right around 1,500 hours, getting into 2,000 hours of comprehensible input. And unit 2 took me about an hour. And then unit 3 only took me about 36 minutes. And that's after I got distracted with a phone call as well. And I'm going to put my initial thoughts in the Excel sheet as well. But just to briefly go over it, do I find the textbook useful? Right now, I'm still using it as a safety net. Unit 1, I didn't learn anything new. Pretty much everything was mastered 100%. I didn't have to think, translate in my head, nothing, anything that was introduced in Unit 1. Unit 2, again, pretty much 100% mastery of all grammar points, all ideas that were introduced in there, nothing new. And after Unit 3, I realized pretty much everything is already covered just by going through hundreds of hours of native content. Basically starting off from a comprehensible input YouTube channel and move into native content. I've been exposed to pretty much everything. Now, were there any words I didn't know? There was one word that I was rusty on for sure. It was a police officer station, like a police station. So I watch a lot of, native content that are travel vlogs, a lot of content that involve around daily life activities, and not many of them are going to the police station. I realize going to the police and reporting crimes and stuff like that were not something I've really watched. And so it definitely does expose a weak area in my learning that maybe I should start watching some Thai dramas that involve, the police, because honestly, I don't know. And just to throw back another incident that happened at a wedding I went to, they were like, oh, they were saying cheers in Thai, and they're like, oh, this is for cheers. Like, but honestly, I really didn't know. None of the videos I watch are people partying or cheering, like for glasses of alcohol. So I didn't ever been exposed to that word. So there's still, things that are popping up. I will say one of the disadvantages of using this textbook that I realized once again is that their what they call it romanization of the Thai language is very off. So even if this textbook I'm using is, highly recommended, the way they write the words in the textbook would really confuse an English speaker because the way we pronounce certain letters and combination of letters, it's not really the sound of how Thai people talk, if you get what I'm saying. Also, you're getting introduced back again to textbook speech where they talking, complete sentences when, native content, especially for Thai, they leave off a lot of, I guess, the subject, verbs, polite markers. It's just a very different type of environment. It's a very structured talk in the textbook that's not really happening in real life. So you got to take that with a grain of salt as well. And, if you are going to study using a textbook first, I do see like how this could definitely be a problem. Even if you were learning to write Thai, they're teaching you how to make the sounds and everything written underneath it in the romanization. And unless you've really heard the sounds over and over, there's definitely some sounds in Thai that I feel like no matter what you do, an English speaker doesn't naturally have those sounds in English that they can understand in the place they are. I know it's really popular to say like the NG sound in a lot of Asian languages are very difficult in to make as an English speaker. We have it like in that at the end of the word for song, ong, but we don't really have it at the beginning of a word. Just according to our sound rules in the American English system, again, I can see how this could definitely be a problem if you study over and over and practice the wrong muscle movements to make the sounds and having your mind trained to say the words the incorrect way. So that is basically where we are after getting through 3 units. Nothing's new. I'm going to make a progress update video probably about every 3 to 4 chapters until I get through the book. And I just want to document, is there anything missing? If you just for free went on YouTube, watched the Comprehensible Thai YouTube channel, could you learn every single thing that a textbook would teach you, but better? And this is the question, because right now, if I just studied the textbook, I still wouldn't be at the level of listening comprehension that I am right now. And I know that for 100%. So we're going to see how everything feels towards the end of this series to determine what else was missing from a textbook that I did not get from the comprehensible input materials in native content. And at the end of this, I want to see if it's a yes or is it a no that you can actually learn a language through immersion alone is pretty much what we're doing on this channel. So if you want to see more progress updates, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one right here.